Welcome back, Shalloners. Today we're going to talk about some people we don't normally cover here at the Shallon Trash. Some YouTubers. Not just any YouTubers, the messy ones. We're going to talk about Trisha Paytas and her feud with GABBIE HANNA, and also how Jessi Smiles factors into this. Now, I'm probably going to get some names confused during this because I don't really know who these people are. Like, they're not really in my wheelhouse of celebrity. So I'm hoping that that's going to work in all of our favor because I'm looking at this whole triangle of drama in a pretty neutral light. I don't really have any skin in this game. I don't favor one person over the other one. So we're going to break it down, and we're not just going to dissect the drama. We're going to talk about how to identify a social climbing friend. Maybe a friend who's using you for clout, maybe someone who's using you for drama, or just name checking you in situations you don't need to be a part of. And most importantly, what to do about it. But before we get into it, just want to remind you guys that if you have a one-on-one question for me, want to talk about any little thing, find me on my website, shallonlester.com, where you can also take some quizzes about how your social media is stacking up and what kind of vibe it's giving out. And you can shop my new merch collection. Also follow me on Instagram. Excuse me. I'm joking. You can follow me on Instagram at shallonxo, where I let you vote on the next video topic, just like you did this one, and listen to my podcast, Girl on Top, out every Wednesday, where I cover the best questions you guys submitted over the course of the week. So let's get into this. Okay, so my content coordinator, who's wonderful, thank you, I love you. She broke down this whole drama for me because I was like, people keep asking me about this, and I keep trying to read about it, and I don't get it. These people need to be color coded. So I've heard of Trisha Paytas before, but I've never watched her. I just know of her name, and I've not heard of GABBIE HANNA. I don't like when people try to be a celebrity by going by two first names. It's is your GABBie HANNA Galakowitz or Butterworth or whatever your last name is that you don't want to adopt. It's Leah Michelle. Okay. It's annoying. It's very, I just think it's very cheesy. I don't know. So my coordinator broke down the drama. She's like, okay, so Gabby, and this is a primer if you also don't know these people. It's quick. Gabby became popular on Vine. After Vine was declining, she switched to YouTube, where she started making story times and music videos. Music videos, okay. The beginning of last week, Trisha put Gabby on blast. Trisha explained how back when she was first hooking up with her ex-husband, Gabby told this dude to watch out for Trisha because she heard that Trisha had herpes. Didn't think I'd be talking about herpes today, but here we are. Trisha also added that Gabby's been blowing up her phone with texts asking why she told a mutual friend that she doesn't like her. Trisha, why are you saying you don't like me? Why are you saying you don't like me? Trisha also said that nobody in the YouTube community actually likes her, but is only friendly with her for the sake of being civil. So that was Trisha's video. Wait, why is Trisha getting involved with this? She's like a 45-year-old woman, right? Right? Who's her ex-husband? Trisha Paytas' ex-husband. She's 28 years old? No, that's not right. Trisha Paytas is 28? I thought she was 48. I'm not even kidding you. Girl, you gotta get your shit together. You look rode hard and put up wet. 20, what have you been doing with yourself? You make videos. You sit on the floor in front of your fridge. What are you doing in your spare time? My God, are you working an oil rig? Lord, I feel very attractive. Okay, so Jason Nash, ugh. How old is this guy? How the hell old are these people? They look I don't know, these people have got to, eat some fruit or something. Jesus Christ. Okay. So Trisha looks like she was on Botched. Do you know what I mean? The before, a girl who is young and maybe started out kind of pretty, but then she did a bunch of stuff to her face and you're just ugh, I don't know where you're going with this, girl, but that ain't it. Okay. So Trisha had that video. Then Gabby, who was in the doghouse for telling Jason that Trisha allegedly had herpes, and Trisha's like, I don't. Gabby's she gave some half apology on her Instagram story, and she said that she was only looking out for the guy. She was only looking out for Jason. And she also put up a poll for her followers to vote on whether or not they thought it was the right thing to do. Unsurprisingly, people who follow her were on her side. So the poll said, like, no, it was fine. That's totally fine. No, it's not fine, girl. It's not fine. I know Trisha seems to be a bit of a mess, but her business and her vag and her bloodstream and whatever is her business. I can't imagine the audacity of someone to share that kind of information, true or false, you know, like that's what's fucked up about it. It's like, even if it's false, like that's not better. Now you have that specter hanging over you, and you know what? That's the sad truth. Like, if you have an STD, you're not like damaged goods. You're not. I mean, there's just a billion people having this, whatever. But like, you don't want to feel that way. There's still the stigma. You don't want your husband to think that maybe you've been cheating on him and maybe there's something you're not telling him. I mean, that's really fucked up. That's really super fucked up. And it's even more fucked up to keep talking about it on your Instagram page. That's really weird. Okay, so now, Gabbie's ex-friend and Vine star Jessi Smiles, these names, posted this cryptic tweet directed to Gabbie and took it down. It was like, you're a shitty person. People are going to find out about it. Like, just tag them, just at them. Like, be bold, grow a pair, you know? Then after she deleted the tweet, she doubled down and uploaded a video explaining her own drama with Gabbie. So Jessi told Gabbie that she was raped by her ex-boyfriend, Curtis. Again, don't get involved with someone named Curtis. They're probably not a rapist, but I feel like they wear like denim shirts buttoned all the way up. That's a Curtis move. I'm not here for that. So Jessi was furious that Gabbie was like hanging out with this ex, the assaulter, and like his friends at a party, and allegedly said to Gabbie, like, his friends didn't rape you. Or I'm sorry, said it to Jessi. Jesus. And so that like spelled the end of their friendship because Jessi was like horrified at this. Okay. Jessi explains that they've remained civil, but recently a young fan reached out to Jessi showing what Gabbie had said about her. This girl, Deanna, I think. So Gabbie basically gaslighted this young fan into thinking Jessi was crazy about how she handled Gabbie hanging out with her sexual abuser, and tried to make this fan think that like life is just as hard for me, Gabbie. Like, life is really still hard for me. So Gabbie did this to another young fan apparently, and so basically it looks like Gabbie has just been like reaching out to fans and like talking shit about Jessi, and then like talking shit about Trisha behind her back with the herpes thing, and everyone's kind of turning on her. It seems like the YouTube community and certainly her friends in general are like turning on her, and is like, nah. Some more things have developed. Honestly, this is as far as we need to go on this shit, because who cares? We can take the lessons from here. Because apparently like Trisha's apologizing and blah, blah, blah. And Trisha, this is where you're making your fatal mistake. Don't apologize. I never apologize. I'm almost never sorry. If you hear me apologize to someone or to you, I mean it. But if I say something, I mean it. You know? Don't fucking cross me. So here's what we can learn, right? But you know what? First, I want to see what Gabbie looks like. These are celebrities. You guys have got to raise the bar. What is it? This is, wait, she has had a nose job? She's had one already? No. This is, no. Girl, I hope you save the receipt. I hope you save the receipt. Whoa. Okay, so we have a trifecta of some very immature, unattractive people. Great, welcome to the internet. What can we learn about this? Well, I think it's interesting that through all of this, what did Gabbie try to do? Play the victim, right? You know, she didn't just try to play the victim. Well, okay. We've talked about victim mentality before, a lot, right? And what did we talk about recently with Selena Gomez? How she creates a problem so that she can run in and solve it, right? Like and same with Taylor Swift. Like Selena does it by chirping Bella Hadid on Instagram. Bella deletes the photo, then Selena gets to swoop in and be like, you guys, just be nice, spread love, no drama. So then she looks like the mature one, and Bella looks like the bitchy, immature girl if she like doesn't weigh in on this at all, when really she doesn't want any part of this. She doesn't want any part of this, right? Gabby does something a little bit different from my point of view. And this is like, look, I don't know any of these people. This is just my third party opinion. But apparently that's what YouTube is for, is opinions from people who don't know anything. Welcome. So Gabby hides behind this sort of savior thing, this righteousness, and that's why she feels entitled to get involved in people's lives, right? She's not just gossiping, she's looking out for Jason now.
I'm looking out for you. I'm trying to help you. And you know what? None of you appreciate me.
Girl, there's no other way she could talk with a nose like that. Actually, maybe she talks like this. Because it's a big old nose and just like sound has nowhere to go. I don't know, man. She got it done. It looked like... Okay. I can get you a good doctor. I know all the best doctors in New York City. Anyway. I wouldn't care about her nose if she wasn't a bad person. But if you're telling some people about someone's like sexual status or sexual health status, you're a fucked up person. You're a fucked up person. That's fucked up. Don't do that shit. Anyway. So she swoops in as a savior because she thinks that's going to insulate her from any sort of repercussions or judgment. Because like, oh, I'm sorry, you're coming down on me for caring? I just care too much. And then she gets to be the victim. So she's doing, in essence, the inverse of what Selena Gomez does, right? She doesn't create the problem and then become the savior. She's a savior, and then when the problem arises, then she's the victim. So it's an interesting flip. It's an interesting reversal. Another thing she's doing is working behind the scenes to turn people against somebody she doesn't like. This is... People who are victims, a lot of times they're cowards. Sometimes they're bullies. They go either in like the covert bully mode, like Taylor Swift, but she's also being kind of a coward because she won't just like face down Scooter Braun, like she's doing everything over the internet with her fans. But Gabby's doing it behind the scenes. She's trying to turn everyone against her enemy and gaslighting on like a broader scale. So she's gaslighting in the macro with the fans, and she's gaslighting in the micro by telling someone like Jessi, like, you didn't get raped, come on. If any of you have dealt with some sort of sexual assault, and I know a lot of you have, way more of us have than anyone should, I cannot imagine anything worse than hearing something like that.
It didn't happen. Nah.
And then doubling down on that by hanging out with the people who might be responsible for this or even associated with, like, even if you in your heart of hearts are like, maybe that didn't happen, maybe also in your heart of hearts, if you have one, you'd be like, but you know what? I'm loyal to my friend. It would hurt her to see me being around these people, so I'm not going to do that. Or I'm going to make an unequivocal choice and I'm going to break up with my friend because maybe she's a chronic liar. Maybe she inflates stuff all the time. Maybe this is just another brick in the wall of her bullshit and I'm just done with it. Okay. If that was really Gabby's deal and she was just over Jessi and Jessi was completely a liar and she was smearing this dude's name, blah, 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 you go and you address that, right? You address that privately. You say, you know what? I can't go on in this friendship anymore. It's just taking a toll on me and I love you, but I feel like we're in different places. You don't have to be like, you're a chronic liar and you're making up a rape and blah, 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 blah. Because that's the thing. With people like that, if you truly believe that, like, if you're on like Team Gabby on this one and you think Jessi's like a liar and whatever, antagonizing and engaging with a friend that you want to break up with and doing some sort of confrontation, oh my God, it's going to make it so much worse. It is going to make it infinitely worse. Because what do they want? What does a liar want? Attention. That's why they lie, right? They want attention. So it's easier, you just untie. It's like a boat at a dock. You just untie and you drift on away. You answer the text less and less until you don't really answer at all. You make plans with other people. You don't owe anyone an explanation. You just don't. If they ask for one and you feel like giving them like the too long didn't read version, that's your choice. But you know, let's say Jessi isn't a liar, and let's say Gabby is kind of a shitbird for talking about all this stuff, which, I mean, sorry, I've got some sound issues. Yeah, let's say that Jessi isn't a liar and that Gabby is sticking her nose where it shouldn't belong. What do you do if you have a friend like this? What do you do if you have a friend who's using your name for clout? Because a lot of us have been there. And this is like something, you know, we don't necessarily expect from our friends, or expect from people in our social circle because we might not be like that. So here's how you smoke them out. Try to ask them to do something that has absolutely no social benefit for them. Hey, I'm having a really bad day. Could you come over and sit with me? Make it a Saturday night. Make it a Friday night. Make it a night when there is something cooler to do. Maybe like an actual party. And you're like, I'm just not feeling it. I don't feel good. I have my period. I'm upset about something, blah, blah, blah. You want to just come over and order Chinese? A clout friend is going to say, sorry, I promised Mackenzie I'd go. Blah, blah, blah. She's going to prioritize what's going to get her the most attention. All of this circles back to attention. No matter whose side you're on, no matter who, if you think someone's a liar or if you think someone's a clout chasing drama queen, it all comes back to attention. So look at your friendships and think, do I see this person chronically needing attention across the board? Because no one needs attention just in one category, right? If she needs attention from like the world at large because she's gossiping and she's lying on your name or using you for clout or whatever, she probably needs attention from every single guy she meets. She's the one wearing a crop top when maybe it's 25 degrees outside. Like, she's doing the most. She's being the extra-ist. Maybe she has an unhealthy relationship with her family. Maybe they didn't give her attention. But you know what? Fuck her. You don't have to play Dr. Phil for people who are toxic in your life. And what do we say about toxic people? Sometimes they can love you very much. They can love you very much. And on the outside, it will look like they're trying, you know what? I'm doing this because I love you. Gabbie Hanna. I told him because I care. No, girl, you told him because you hate Trisha or whatever, or you need to insert yourself inside a situation that does not call for it. That's another thing we see in dramatic friends. Someone who inserts herself. I saw this all the time in high school and even in college, where it's like I'd have this one friend and she was like usually like a nerdier friend, and she would like egg me on to like ask a boy out, to ask him to dance at the school dances. I'll tell you how that went. Would you like to hear my tale of woe? Great. So it was like 8th grade. I really wanted to dance with this guy, Andy Kratz. That's his name. We're going to call his name out. And my friend was like, ask him. And I was like, no, like, this is why I'm very much like never chase. I learned like 8th grade. Finally, I did. I walked up and asked him, and actually, no, I made her go and ask him. And instead of her reporting back and saying, he said no, she could have come up with a nice lie. She told me the truth. She said, Andy said he doesn't dance with dogs. I come from a long line of witches, very powerful, mystical women. And, you know, a baby snake is the most dangerous snake because a baby snake doesn't yet know how to control its venom. So when it gets mad, it just spits all of it out, and it's the most deadly. And I, that night, was a baby snake. A little witchy curse went his way. He's had cancer twice. His brother killed himself. I'm not a dog. I'm a witch. It's a big difference. So, where were we going? Anyway, so you might have a friend in your life who's kind of like this. Like, she's like, call him back. Just ask him. Take the lead. But she's not the one risking anything. They're the person at the craps table being like, bet it all. Put another chip down. It's not their money. So they're living for the drama. They got the popcorn. This is great for them because if things go south, it's entertaining, it's exciting, and then they get to what? Swoop in and be the savior. Oh, I'm sorry, me, girls' night. They get to feel useful. They get to have more attention now. Maybe you're not going to go out anymore because, he's dumped you because you called him 15 times because football practice ran long. There's some emotional payout people like Gabby get from all this drama. There's an emotional payout that all three of these weirdos get. Like the fact that they're sharing all of this stuff on the internet. If I had someone who was spreading a rumor that I had herpes, I would not talk about it on the internet. I wouldn't bring more attention to this. But Trisha is a mess and a half of her own. Like, she thinks she's transgendered as a gay man. What are you talking about? First of all, girl, you're not attractive enough to be a gay man. Okay? There are some women out there who are like, you are as sharp and beautiful as a gay man. It's not Trisha. Put some makeup on in your videos. Have a little pride. Like, I don't come here decked out in like a Cher costume, but like, come on, girl. Anyway, what I want you to do, if you're worried someone's using you for clout or a thing, put in whatever that is, right? Put in, maybe it's clout, maybe it's your family's money, maybe it's your lake house, maybe it's rides everywhere, maybe it's your advice. I deal with that a lot. Like, given what I do, people come to me for advice, and it's hard to put up boundaries and be like, this is no longer a two-sided friendship, okay? This is me giving something to you, you taking, and never giving anything back. So look at what this thing is you might be worried about. And if you don't know where to start, follow your feelings, follow your gut intuition, and be like, what bothers me? In what situations do I get bothered by this person? Or when do I feel like tense and anxious? Our psyche wants to tell us something. Always. She's always talking to us, and we keep ourselves so busy and so much noise and engage in these like knee-jerk reactions that we don't pause and just listen to her. And we listen by following the uncomfortableness. Follow the pain. Where is it going? What am I doing in this moment? Who's with me? What am I telling myself? And then sit and think, okay, if say I've identified this thing, for me, it's advice. Like, yeah. So what happens if I withhold that? What happens if I say, you know what, I'm so drained right now, I can't talk about this? What happens if you say, you know what, I can't give you a ride, I'm so busy, like I'm out of gas money, blah, blah, blah. What happens if you say, you know what, I don't want to go to that party. I know so-and-so invited us, but like, I just don't want to go, let's stay home. People who are using you are basically bluffing. And sometimes you got to call a bluff. They're bluffing that they're your friend. See what happens when you call that bluff. Are they really there for you? Are they not there for you? Do they turn on you? Do they gaslight you into thinking you're the monster? You're the problem. Oh, fine. I guess I'll just take the bus. Oh, great. I guess you blocked my number, Shallon, blah, blah, blah. I guess you don't want to hear about my boyfriends anymore. No, girl, I don't. People pay for that. My time is money. Okay? So see what happens when you call a bluff. And if people get angry, that's the surest sign that you're onto something. Because what do we always say? Only people are going to get mad about boundaries if they benefited from you having none, right? You're only crazy to the people who can no longer manipulate you. So step back and see where you feel that coming up. And as for this hideous triumvirate of drama and ridiculousness with Gabby, Jessi, and Trisha, y'all need Jesus. You need Jesus. You need some like a hair mask. Just stay home and like just think about your life. Watch some Dr. Phil. Watch my videos. Honestly, I can help you guys craft a life of sanity and dignity. It's not going to be easy, but I enjoy a challenge. I want to know what you guys have to say about this YouTube drama. If you want to hear about other YouTubers, you're going to have to like link me and send some bullet points, because the only people I follow on YouTube are literally Justin Bieber and Kelly Clarkson. The only two people I ever want to hear from. So in the meantime, follow me on social media at ShallonXO, where you can vote on the next video topic and new merch designs and all sorts of stuff. Speaking of merch, you can find it on my website, shallonlester.com. And also take some fun quizzes and click Get Help to get connected with me for a one-on-one session.